there's an animal in there.
He's got a fish, guys.
What? You're making me go look?
Echoes call from hollow halls, a voice that creeps and softly crawls. Time stands still, the air is...
On June 10th, 2025, James, the creator behind the YouTube channel Silverwood Stones of the Past, takes us deep into the Birkhead Mountain Wilderness area within the Uwharrie National Forest. With an overnight base camp planned and the goal of locating an abandoned homestead. From the moment the journey begins, it's clear that James isn't just out for a casual hike. He's prepared for discovery and possibly the unexpected.
You know what? I was thinking of following that trail a little bit further down the creek here, but I think I'm just gonna jump. I'm just gonna jump out into the woods. It looks kind of clear. Doesn't look too bad. There's a summit. I'm gonna jump back in and start giving you my plan of action once I get to the summit. But I always do this with every video, and I like to mention it, is I always like to feel the area before I really start recording. So be right. I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm going to mark this on the map. Oh, look at that. There's a little kettle left over with some water in it. Some old wood. So I'm very interested how they cut that. Or how long ago this was cut, because this is a wilderness area. You're not supposed to use any type of mechanical machinery or devices. Everything has to be cut with a saw. So I don't know, guys, what do you think? Is that a chainsaw? Or is that a non-mechanical saw? This is a cool find if you're looking for a quick steep climb that gets your blood flowing in a nice little campsite. Just make sure you bring up water, because I don't see any water up here.
The video opens with a hike off the beaten path, following unmarked trails near Talbot Creek. Despite the warm weather and rough terrain, he finds his way toward a summit where he stumbles upon a makeshift campsite, complete with old wood, a kettle, and evidence of a past visitor. After establishing his own camp near the creek, he begins showcasing his setup.
Alright, let's take a little peek on the inside before we take a peek on the outside. This is a nice little mosquito net. This is cheap. I'll leave a link below in the description. But yeah, when you sit down, this stretches down pretty far, so it doesn't hit up against the roof of this rainfly. This is the Eno House rainfly, by the way. Haven't done a review on this yet, really. I love it. I love it so far. I'm going to show you why. More specifically, on this side, because it closes, and it kind of really helps. This is probably really good for rain and some inclement weather. In the wintertime as well. Alright, so as you see here, I got my water. Gonna have to find a place to hang that up in a moment. I just brought that along just in case it got really buggy. I got my camping gear, cooking stove and pot. This is my electronics. This bag weighs about 5 pounds. These are my cords and stuff. Power cords to charge things. Some batteries for my GPS. Batteries for I do have a GoPro. I'll probably take a look at that a little bit later. I have my tape recorder, for paranormal phenomenon, voice phenomenon. That's the GoPro that I have, the Brave 6 Plus. But yeah, what else? Yeah, here we got the power bank. I don't want to take this all out now. Oh yeah, let me get that flashlight out. I'm going to need this. That sun is going down. So I bring bowls with me usually. This is my eating bowl, and I have another bowl somewhere.
He then presents an organized review of his gear, but the most intriguing aspect of his setup is what he finds just steps from his camp, a ghost road.
Alright, still got some setting up to do. But oh yeah, let me show you over here. This was crazy, man. I went to relieve myself, pardon me, and I saw this right here. I was like, oh, this is looks kind of like a little man-made gully. But further up, there is definitely 100% a trail here. This is not on any maps that I know of. And this could be another old roadbed. So I kind of lucked out where my camping is. I'm a little nervous, but I'm wondering if this goes up to the abandoned home. I'm debating whether we could take a hike up there tonight.
While relieving himself, he notices what appears to be a man-made gully. Upon closer inspection, it becomes clear this is an unmarked, forgotten trail, possibly a road that once led to a settlement. With daylight fading, he decides to make a preliminary attempt toward the abandoned home he had heard about. The first attempt at reaching the home is cut short by a sense of unease, unusual GPS behavior, and the growing calls of coyotes.
I'm in the middle of nowhere, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna head back to camp. Coyotes are out. I'm getting a little turned around. It's kind of weird. My GPS was acting kind of funny. I'm not trying to sound spooky or anything like that, but it felt like I was walking, like it was starting to go around in circles before I was getting near the home, the abandoned home. So before I get too turned around, for the coyotes, we just want to get settled in.
Wisely, James turns back, promising to return with daylight and a clearer direction. Back at camp, he lights a fire, tests a wireless mic for future content, and reflects on the solitude that often settles into a moment of doubt. The next morning brings heavy rain, soaked gear, and a determined spirit. Undeterred by soggy conditions, he sets off again to locate the abandoned home. This time, using his waypoint system, he takes a gamble on a side trail that appears carved into the landscape.
Zoom out for you. A kind of like a turnoff. Again, it might be hard to see on the camera, but it looks like that there's a groove in the middle. Yeah, I think I have to take the chance and go up for a few feet. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. No, let's do it together. I'm gonna find this. I think I see a chimney up ahead, actually. Yeah, that doesn't look natural. Or maybe it is. Still following this road. Oh, there it is. Yes. Oh shit. Oh, that's a big house. All right. And this is what it's all about. Ooh, I could have done this on a day trip probably, but this is the oldie. Alright, I'm seeing spider webs here. Let me get my stick ready. Approaching slowly.
It proves successful. After a brief climb and navigation through undergrowth, he finds the structure. Approaching carefully, flashlight in hand and gear ready for a quick retreat, he steps into the house. The interior is straight out of time, old chairs stacked oddly, belongings left behind in haste, and dishes still arranged in the kitchen. The air smells of decay and of urine, oddly human in scent. He explores cautiously, noting potential basement access, but choosing not to descend due to safety concerns. A sudden loud noise startles him. An unseen animal darts beneath the bed, triggering a surge of adrenaline.
Yeah, so somebody left this place in a hurry. Man, they left a lot behind. No, it's just a cubby hole. Alright. I hope no crazy son of a gun living up here. I've seen too many of those videos. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh, alright, there's an animal in there. Oh. What the hell? Whew. Oh man, my heart's pounding right now. I don't know what, I don't want to get bit. Out here, nope. Shoot. Alright, we got downstairs covered. Whew. Man. Son of a gun. Did we look in there? Yeah, we looked in there. Alright, let me get my... Oh man, my heart's pounding right now. Ooh, I'm shaking. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's a squirrel. It sounded too heavier than a squirrel.
Whether it's a raccoon or something larger, he doesn't want to find out the hard way. He rushes outside. Once he is out, James inspects the grounds further. Towering oaks suggest the area was once pastoral land, long before being reclaimed by the forest. By the end, he acknowledges that this was likely his best find yet, and while it was not too crazy to find an animal in an abandoned structure, he admits that it had his blood pumping. The thought of what animal it might have been, or even if it was an animal at all, truly disturbed him. What did you make of this encounter? Let me know. Before moving forward, do me a favor and give this video a like, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers before August, and I also got a surprise for you once we reach 100K. Now, enjoy the rest of the video and watch till the end because there's a hidden word somewhere in the video for you. Let's see if you can comment the hidden word correctly. In this unexpectedly thrilling travelogue, YouTuber SUV Raving goes on a solo journey through the misty roads of British Columbia and the remote outskirts of Alaska, documenting not just breathtaking landscapes but also an unforgettable encounter with one of nature's most awe-inspiring predators. In the early morning, the creator prepares to leave a stunning wilderness campsite near the Salmon Glacier.
This morning we are saying goodbye to this beautiful area where I've been for the last couple of videos, saying goodbye to this epic mountain that I camped across from, saying goodbye to the glacier that's over that way, and we're going back down into Alaska. When I woke up this morning, the mountain was more or less completely clear, and then over the last hour and a half or so, the clouds have moved in from this right side. You can see it's just a complete whiteout basically over there. And the clouds are moving in the direction of the Salmon Glacier, which is right there. Let's drive back up to the high point of this road where we can view the glacier in its entirety and get one last look at it.
As fog rolls across the peaks, he bids farewell to the glacier he's been camped near for several days. A drive up the winding high-altitude roads offers one last panoramic view of the icy landscape before he begins his descent into Hyder, Alaska, a tiny, rain-soaked border town with a very low population. He documents Hyder's quiet decay, moss-covered buildings, shuttered businesses, and a general sense of isolation. Still, the dramatic mountain backdrop and the fjord-like beauty suggest a wild charm hidden beneath the surface. But it's when he stops at the Fish Creek Wildlife Viewing Area that the video shifts completely. What was meant to be a quick bathroom and trash stop becomes a front-row ticket to a wildlife spectacle. Just as he exits the facilities, he's alerted by two nearby women. A grizzly bear is right below the boardwalk. Armed with his camera, he captures what unfolds over the next 2.5 hours.
Guys, I decided to stop at the bear observation site here, and there's a grizzly. I stopped to go to the bathroom and try to throw some trash out. There's a freaking bear right there. He's got a fish, guys. That's amazing. This is as far as I can zoom in. I've removed the microphone from the camera because it's not waterproof, and so I don't know if you can hear me or if you can hear me well, but that was amazing.
Despite the poor weather, he films the bear scooping dead fish from the water, dragging them along the creek banks, and even hauling one under the very boardwalk he was standing on. The bear comes within a mere 10 feet of his position, fully visible and active, yet unaware or uninterested in the solitary observer above. At one point, the bear passes beneath the bridge and emerges on the other side of the water, still in view. It's a perfect alignment of time, place, and pure luck. His genuine excitement is contagious, especially as he realizes how rare and privileged the moment is. While the area is known for bear sightings during salmon season, he had visited the same site multiple times in prior days and seen nothing, making this spontaneous encounter all the more meaningful. Later that evening, as the sun sets behind clouds and rain continues to fall, the YouTuber admits that what started as a routine travel day transformed into one of the most memorable of his life. The following morning, from the same campsite, he wraps up the video while steady rain continues. In the end, this travel vlog is a reminder of how the unpredictable elements of solo exploration, the ones you don't plan for, often become the most powerful. Although things could have gone horribly wrong if the bear had switched his attention from dead fish to actual human, the fans of his channel find this video to be a gem. As we mentioned, things could have gone horribly wrong, but thankfully they didn't. Uploaded on June 26, 2025, by this YouTube channel, this footage takes a dark and tragic turn, told through what appears to be found footage. The video, uploaded anonymously, begins with a disturbing premise outlined in its description. 6 young men, aged 18 to 19, disappeared under mysterious circumstances during a camping trip. All that was recovered were the remains of their camp, a phone, and a camera, left behind to tell the story they no longer could. The footage opens innocently enough. Shot on a handheld camera, the young men are excited, playful, and clearly enjoying their weekend away in the wilderness.
Guys, I brought a camera so we can like vlog our trip a little bit. So, hi guys. Here we are. Say hi. Here we go. We got this tent over here all set up.
Keegan, put that away. You gotta finish unpacking, bro.
Loser.
Oh, Keegan, come
What is he doing up there? I don't know. I'm gonna get some food.
Alright, so they don't know this, but I came up to the spot and I'm gonna get them so hard. Like, I'm gonna prank them really bad. I have some like leftovers from our lunch earlier. I'm gonna make it seem like, I don't know, there was like a seance or like a ritual happening. So here. I feel like do something like right here. Add a little bit more to it. Okay, yeah, there we go. That looks like something. Alright, I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna call them up here. Hopefully they don't realize that it's just fried chicken. Hey, guys, come here. I found something really, really creepy. Come here. What? I don't know what it is. Yeah, What the heck?
Oh, that's weird. Dude,
That's just someone's chicken bones.
No, dude, it looks like some kind of like spirit shrine, like something like that, like you'd use for like a ritual. You know?
Strange. Oh yeah, really?
Yeah. I feel like it's calling to me. Like I need to. Got you. As we can see here, you have Jace making his tea using an empty can. Got some hooligans over there doing their thing.
They introduce themselves, setting up tents, joking around, and even planning pranks, including one where they fake a ritualistic setup using leftover chicken bones to scare the others. It's lighthearted, youthful, and familiar to anyone who's been on a camping trip with friends. As evening falls, the mood begins to subtly shift. Rain moves in, and the boys huddle under cover. There's a brief conversation about strange sounds, howls, or distant screams, but it's brushed off as imagination or nerves, amplified by their isolation. One of the boys, David, volunteers to investigate a noise outside the tent. He leaves and never returns.
Guys, wake up. David, I heard a noise outside. I swear. It was like a howl, like a scream, something. See?
Okay, fine. Maybe it's real. David, go look it up.
What? You're making me go look?
David, please.
I'm making you look.
What?
Please go look. I'll pay you $50.
$50?
Yeah. Been a little bit. He's not come back. You guys think? Should we stay up and wait for him?
Oh, let's do this.
All right. Good night, guys.
Alright, good people.
Oh my god. David? David? Oh my god, guys. Guys, David's still... Guys, wake up.
What?
David's still not here. He's still out there.
He's just laying in a hammock.
Dude, he's still out there.
What follows is a slow burning descent into confusion and dread. The remaining friends assume David is playing a prank, but concern grows as time passes and he doesn't come back. One by one, they begin to search, calling into the woods. They joke nervously at first, then fall silent when another disappears. By early morning, panic sets in. The campsite has been ransacked. Their gear is torn apart. Phones are dead, there's no signal, and crucially, the car keys are gone, having left with the friends who vanished. What started as an annoying mystery is now a terrifying, life-threatening situation. Moments of chaos are captured on tape by the discovery of Jace's phone left in the woods. The silence as they call out to each other, and the realization that their group has been systematically broken apart. Someone is surely out there. As viewers, we can't see what's stalking them, but the fear is palpable in the raw, frantic way the footage is captured. There's no soundtrack, it's just the confusion and fear of real-time horror. One of the final segments shows one of the remaining boys, possibly the last, chasing after another Cooper who left to find help. His voice trembles as he calls out, but finds only a flashlight, then silence. The camera cuts out briefly, only to turn back on as he whispers into the lens, fully alone, tearful and terrified. Then we can see hands grabbing his face, and that's where the video ends. This encounter is structured like a real-life horror movie, but without any embellishment. It's the rawness that makes it feel hauntingly real and deeply tragic. I tried to research the credibility of this footage, but I couldn't find anything. The footage claims to be the disappearance of these young men, caught almost moment by moment in perhaps the most unsettling way, but I couldn't verify the footage. So I put this footage here so that, like always, you can draw your own conclusions to this encounter as well. The YouTube channel NKPS Paranormal, known for its no-frills and raw investigations into supernatural and cryptid activity, brings a particularly unnerving solo exploration in this encounter. Led by Chris, the video drops viewers straight into the dense, uncharted woods of Pendleton County, Kentucky, an area steeped in backwoods isolation and unconfirmed local lore.
I just heard something throw a nut or something back here. Something's throwing stuff. Literally, I don't know if y'all heard that. Hopefully you did. Try to focus my camera or my light in a little bit more. So we're gonna do some wood knocking, guys.
From the outset, Chris is armed with gear: trail cameras, cat balls, audio recorders, and most notably his firearm, a precaution that quickly feels justified. The mission is simple: investigate the strange noises and reported disturbances he's been hearing for weeks. But what unfolds is anything but simple. Within minutes of being deep in the woods, Chris begins to pick up auditory phenomena: stick breaking, what he describes as huffing, and a sense of being circled. His cat balls, which are motion-sensitive light-up toys often used by ghost hunters, begin to blink on their own in areas where no human or visible animal is present.
Alright, we got these cat balls. If there's anybody out here with us, friend or foe, I'm gonna lay some of these cat balls down in the trail. There's one. You can see it flashing. I'm gonna see it there. See it flashing there. We'll walk a little ways up. These old rocks here, them are big rocks, and they're all down this. These ain't natural. If you're here with us, I left you a cat ball back there on the trail. I'll leave you another one up here. I got more. Leave one on this rock here. Oh, it rolled off. Right there for you. It's a creepy place. Look at all these stones, guys.
He performs wood knocks and whoop calls in an attempt to make contact, and in response, subtle but deliberate noises emerge from the darkness. Chris discovers unusual environmental markers: large ancient stones scattered through the area and freshly broken trees, not felled by time or weather, but snapped in ways that block specific paths. He insists they're placed intentionally, like some kind of territorial warning. The deeper he walks, the more disturbing the layout becomes: seemingly organized stones and twisted trees. The tension rises when Chris enters a particularly silent part of the woods. He comments repeatedly on how unnatural the quiet is. No bugs, no frogs, only stillness, occasionally pierced by distant tree knocks, low whistles, and rustling that seems to circle him. His camera picks up intermittent whispering and a sound akin to footsteps in dried leaves, even though he's alone. The cat balls activate without explanation multiple times, each lighting up right after he asks for confirmation. At one point, while testing out the darkness with his lights turned off, a deep unease sets in. The moment he mentions it, the atmosphere changes. The woods, previously just unsettling, now feel actively hostile.
I do have a gun. I'm not afraid to use it. Super quiet, guys. Since I came down here, when I first came down here, there was bullfrogs. See the laser? See it shining around? That is a gun. I'll put 2 across your eyes. Start making our way back this way, guys. Something don't want me back here. Is that you that don't want me back here? I was gonna try to camp out here tonight, but I think I might just call it quits since I'm by myself. I don't want to end up on 411. I mean, seriously, listen to how quiet it is out here, guys. You seen all them cicadas? There should be a lot of sound back here. My cat balls right here. I think it's the one that was lighting up. I'm not sure. Was that you lighting this cat ball up? If you can do it again, if you're spiritual, light it up for me. And we won't bug you again.
Chris announces he's not going to end up on 401, a reference to the missing 401 phenomenon involving mysterious disappearances in national parks and forests. The fear becomes tangible as battery levels begin to drop inexplicably. Fully charged equipment suddenly plummets to 1%. The air seems heavier. He speaks to the camera directly, sensing something is stalking him. Despite being armed, Chris no longer feels safe. His tone becomes serious. Less investigative, more instinctive. He offers to leave, trying to de-escalate whatever unseen force he's encountered. At the climax, after nearly an hour of recording, Chris admits he doesn't feel comfortable being there alone anymore. He's heard enough, felt enough, and according to him, he has narrowly avoided what could have been a direct encounter. He retreats, exhausted and visibly shaken, back to his property near the edge of the forest. But the sounds follow. Just before signing off, he reports hearing the same wood knocks he's documented before, coming from the area just beyond his home where he once camped with his children. He's experienced enough to know when something is truly off. His respect for the woods and whatever may dwell within them is evident, and so is his decision to leave before pushing too far. YouTuber Antti Crowell, known for his peaceful outdoor adventure videos filmed throughout Finland, captured something deeply unsettling on February 10, 2012, while hiking in the remote town of Tamala. His content usually focuses on nature, solitude, and scenic beauty, but this video was different. That day, something in the sky began to scream. The footage opens in typical fashion, a snowy Finnish landscape, quiet and untouched. But then an eerie, low-frequency sound begins to echo through the trees. It's not a plane, not thunder, and not any wildlife. It's something else. A metallic, droning roar that seems to come from nowhere and everywhere all at once. Antti immediately recognized that what he was hearing wasn't ordinary. While his microphone picked up the sound well enough, he later explained that it felt far more intense in person, as though the air itself was vibrating. The noise didn't shift or fade in any predictable way. It was persistent, lasting for nearly 10 minutes, and made the quiet forest feel suddenly alien. Viewers were quick to speculate. Some believed it could be natural, like skyquakes, unusual atmospheric disturbances caused by seismic or pressure changes. Others suggested it might be linked to infrasound, the kind of deep vibrations that travel long distances and can go unnoticed by the human ear, except this one was loud and clear. But a large number of comments leaned toward the unexplained. The sound resembled other strange noises reported around the world, often dubbed sky trumpets. These events have occurred everywhere from North America to Europe, and they share the same untraceable, unnatural quality. Some theories even drifted into the paranormal or extraterrestrial, pointing to how mechanical and deliberate the sound felt. There was no visual disturbance in the sky, no evidence of aircraft or weather anomalies. The forest remained still. The sound, however, seemed to shake the very atmosphere. Then, just as suddenly as it began, it vanished. Though Auntie's channel usually documents moments of tranquility, this video serves as a stark reminder that the wilderness can still hold deep, unexplained mysteries. Whether the source was natural or not, the sky's strange voice left a lingering question. When the world around us makes a sound we've never heard before, who or what is speaking? In this coming footage, Franco from Franco TV takes viewers deep into a missing 4111 location, a remote and ominous area long associated with disappearances and unexplained phenomena. This time, Franco sets out completely alone, exploring the site under a sky devoid of moonlight. The only visible light comes from the stars and the eerie glow of his infrared equipment. The darkness is oppressive, even by his standards, and it quickly becomes clear that this will be no ordinary solo exploration. From the very beginning, strange things begin to happen. Franco is surrounded by screams that seem to echo from all directions. The sounds are unnatural, shrill, guttural, and at times almost demonic, and they appear to come closer the deeper he ventures. Initially, he tries to rationalize the noises, but their intensity and unpredictability leave him visibly shaken. As he navigates a narrow road through pitch-black surroundings, Franco notices a strange light flickering behind a nearby house. At first, he believes it might be a flashlight or vehicle, but it vanishes quickly. What's more unsettling is that the screaming resumes, louder and more distorted than before. At one point, he describes the noise as sounding like a dying creature, its cries layered and distorted in ways that defy explanation. Despite his fear, Franco pushes forward toward an abandoned structure, one of several old homes scattered throughout the area. Inside, the atmosphere is heavy and ominous. Rotting furniture, scattered belongings, and children's shoes litter the floors. Franco remarks that these were once bedrooms for children, a claim that becomes even more disturbing when he references a nearby memorial dedicated to kids who had died in the area, possibly from illness, accidents, or worse. As he explores, Franco is constantly interrupted by faint footsteps, unexplained bangs, and what sounds like someone whispering or responding to his voice. In another house, the horror deepens.
This place is so much creepier at night. There's a picture of a baby on the floor. I just heard something. Look, that's the picture of the baby. If there's anybody here with me, can you let me know? You know, it sucks to say this, but I already want to finish this video. I'm like having mini heart attacks just coming out through here. Holy crap, this whole thing collapsed. Can you give me a sign that you're here? Willing to communicate with me? in this creepy house? Oh shit. I just got a noise again. Something just fell. Hello?
If you're still watching, comment the hidden word dark. Franco stumbles upon a photo of a baby, old religious imagery, and even what appears to be a nun's habit or ceremonial clothing. These findings seem oddly out of place and add to the unsettling aura of the building. Outside, things are no better. He finds a woman's purse, abandoned vehicles, and strange objects hanging from trees. The site feels untouched yet watched, as if it holds onto energy from the past, or worse, is still inhabited by something unseen. Franco tries to communicate again, asking for signs, but after the earlier activity, the area grows unnaturally silent. The isolation and sensory deprivation have taken their toll. He's anxious, disoriented, and clearly debating whether to continue. He states plainly that he no longer feels safe, even with his gear and firearm at hand. Though he had intended to explore another building nearby, Franco decides against it after spotting a large truck parked out front, possibly belonging to mine workers. That, combined with the mounting intensity of the experience, convinces him to wrap up for the night. Before signing off, Franco reflects on what he encountered. Inhuman roars, shadow figures, intelligent responses, and a sense of being constantly watched. It's one of the few episodes where he openly admits he's overwhelmed and even afraid. What started as a typical ghost hunt quickly turned into a deeply personal brush with the unknown. The video closes with him thanking his viewers and supporters, but it's clear this one left a mark. Whether it was a trick of the mind, a supernatural encounter, or something stranger, this exploration proved that some places should never be visited alone, especially when the darkness refuses to let you go. With this final encounter comes the end of another episode. If you haven't already, let me remind you again to like and subscribe. Also leave a comment about what you liked and didn't like about this video. We always look to improve our video quality so you get the best videos possible. In about 3 seconds, there will be more disturbing videos on screen for you to watch, and with that, I'm out.